All right. Welcome everyone to day 7 of the Metaverse Summer Series presented by Dome Fest West and the Society of Arts and Technologies in Montreal. Today we have a fantastic film. We're following in the footsteps of yesterday's step into live action. Well, this is another live action full dome film that was created and we've got the director, Theresa, here with us. Theresa, is there anything that you'd like to share with us about this film, kind of the thoughts behind the film before we watch it? Anything you'd love to share?
Well, no, maybe a trigger warning about worms, but that's all.
All right. So those sensitive to worms, you may need to look away. I, I, I got to tell you, I wasn't sensitive to worms before this film. So yeah, it might be a trigger-inducing thing, but at the same time, it's a fantastic juxtaposition example, and I can't wait for you to talk about your thoughts behind this film. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick it off. This is SALZ.
Cool.
All right. Yeah. Cool. I echo Lucy, your sentiment. Theresa, congrats on the film. That it looks amazing. Very visceral. Congrats.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go ahead and actually play the film, but I'm just gonna silent everything, all the sound out, so that if you want to talk about and reference images on the screen, you can. But first, we'll go ahead and start off with a basic question of what inspired you to create this film, Salt. Oh, Teresa, do we have you? You may have gotten
Now,
muted.
maybe?
Oh, there we go. Yes.
Um, yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Um, Maybe there are two things. What's well inspired me. For one thing, I am a student right now in Germany, and that was a student project of mine. And so that was the task for me to create a movie. And my inspiration was that the seminar which I intended was about what was about salt. Like that was the theme, and I did make a movie about salt. And well, the first thing when I think about salt is food, obviously, and also the human body contains a lot of salt. Without salt, we cannot live. And so I wanted to create a story where you can maybe feel the food in the immersive experience and also feel the body of the actors who played.
Wow. So it was meant to be very visceral and essentially put you in
Yes.
the place of at the table.
Yeah, yeah. So at a table, yeah. And to be invited into a journey when you have a normal fine dining situation, which got more and more erotical, like more physical. And then after the nice part, the sexual part, it's get a little bit of dirty, disgusting, because when you're all fed up, like from a big, I don't know, big fat holiday, Christmas, you also get the feeling of too much food. And this I don't know, closeness, when you're like the food is right below your mouth and you cannot eat one tiny bit more. That's what I wanted to create.
That's awesome. Did you have this idea originally? You said it was kind of a project, like a student project, a group project, or did you do this all individually?
I do it with one colleague. It was my friend Anna, who could not be here today. Yes, but we had the same like association with food and salt. And we got inspired, I think, from like movies like Climax. I don't know if you know, it's a French movie, and also like some, well, I don't know, maybe some horror movies, horror. A friend of mine currently saw the movie Midsummer, and she said it reminded me kind of Salt, but I don't know.
Midsummer, yeah, the A24 Ari Aster film. That is a visceral film, that is for sure. Cool. What challenges did you face during the production process of this film?
Yeah, one big challenge was that I had not any money at all. So to get all the props for the movie, we went to supermarkets when they're closed and looking in the trash cans, what's left there, what food, and make a little bit of a guerrilla action, like guerrilla, and looked for food, and also to find the actors was also a little bit difficult. And I think some other thing is that we only had one shot for the group situation, so it must be choreographed, I think it's the right term, at the right time. So I was sitting next to the camera and had some papers next to me, red paper, a green paper, and a yellow paper. And if I lift the papers, the actor see, okay, now it's time to be more physical. Now it's time to grab the wine bottle which fell from the table, and so on. So it was like a little bit of a choreography for dancers.
Nice. Yeah. That's awesome. So working with the actors, can you share a little bit of like how you directed them in each of those three different types of scenes? Like what were some of the directions you worked with actors? Because you're one of the few people so far in our festival that actually did work with live actors.
Yeah. Because there's no line, so nobody says anything. I wanted mostly to improvise with them, and we did a rehearsal, or we did some rehearsals before the actual filming. And in the rehearsal, I use music, like when it's the fine dining situation, I played some classical music, like, I don't know, Vivaldi, Mozart, Bach, Beethoven, like the classic stuff. And then we got, I think in the 80s, like with some sexual feelings kind of thing. And then it went to spooky soundtracks, and also a bit of like techno music, so that they get the feeling of a vibrant dining situation.
Mm-hmm. Did you find that the actors very easily understood the idea of immersive media, or this being shown in a full dome theater? Did they have any questions around that at all?
Yeah, I think they did great. They did the right job, what I want for them for the movie. So I was happy about what I did in the movie, but they did not understand the thing about the full dome film at all. So they ask me all the time, can I get this for my showreel? And I said, oh, I'm so sorry. It's not like it's not 16 to 9 or like this, the standard you're looking for. It's for a full dome. So, but that was not a problem at all for me. But we had a lot of fun during the filming.
It looks like the type of production that you could have a lot of fun with. I do have some more questions, and actually, this is the exact right time to open it up to audience questions. We have a couple of questions.
Yeah.
What drew you to make this film in a dome, 360 format? And does your schooling involve immersive cinema, or do you find the medium on your own? Okay, so we got two questions here. So what drew you to make this film in the dome format first? Thank you, Blue Build, Masked Bandit, whoever you are. Go ahead, Theresa.
I think it's the best medium for doing some immersive things. And I know full dome before because I live in Germany, near the city called Jena. I don't know the English name of it. or it's any difference. But there was
it's
the
just
first.
Jaina. Yeah.
It's just, okay. That's the first planetarium like ever. And when I was a child, I was often there, so I knew the medium, and I wanted to do something like for a planetarium. So that was given. And then we had the opportunity to do something in our university. And if I heard this, there was no regrets, no faults. Like, I have to do something in this type of media.
Wow, nice. And then, did you get, so you were inspired as a child, which I think, man, that is such a great story. And I'm sure it happens so often.
Yeah, because it's like a thing in Germany to go, or in East Germany to go to the planetarium and see some stuff.
That's so cool. Germany is, I mean, it's where it was born. You guys do it arguably the best, or you have some of the highest quality productions. Do you think it's you had a chance? So going to the second question, you had a chance to actually work on this at the university level, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you did have some schooling already. Did that start in high school, or was that in?
No, it was
okay, Lucy, we'll get to you in a second.
university.
Yeah, thank you, Lucy. Go ahead, Theresa. Sorry.
Like in the, I'm sorry. Like in the university, there was the task to make a movie in whatever media you like, and we had a mini full dome, and so I thought, okay, that's the right thing for me. I want to do this. But before that, I never done this filming. Like for a full dome, I did once film a 360-degree movie, which is also a little bit different, but not a full dome movie.
Gotcha. Lucy, let's go to you.
Hi, I am just loving, especially the scenes where we're completely surrounded in spaghetti or grapefruits or worms, and it's just like so delicious and disgusting at the same time. And I'm curious, how did you actually film that? It kind of looks like maybe there's the camera's inside a glass bowl and it's covered in spaghetti and you pour liquid on it.
Yes.
How do you film this?
Yeah, it was not glass, plastic, like ordered from Amazon. And we filmed it in a bathroom. So where there was I'm sorry, I have to look one thing up. A gully in the ground where the water can float. Like when we have to clean up, we have to just wash it down.
Right.
And the camera was underneath the plastic bowl. And then we got the spaghettis there and had at first some tomato sauce, like classic, and then some black paint.
Oh, I was wondering what the black was. It was like, oh my God, the black. Like, terrible and kind of wonderful. And I'm excited to, I want to come back with my VR headset and experience your film so I can really look around. But yeah.
Yes.
Great.
Oh, thank you.
Question, just lots of appreciation. It's awesome.
And I have another question. If were you able to test it either in VR or in a dome, or were you able to test it before seeing it the first time?
Yes, I make a low budget mini full dome myself. I did grab some IKEA lamp. They're looking like some, I don't know, Japanese balloons from paper. I don't know if you do have them in the States, but they're like round and cost like, I don't know, $5. And so I cut them in half and I use this as a mini folder with
how
a
big was
regular
it?
humor. I'm sorry?
How big was it?
Just that you put your head inside the thing, in the lamp.
Oh, that's so interesting. It's so interesting hearing all the different ways that people test, and that is just brilliant.
Yes, and if I get the opportunity in our university, we have a mini full dome where 2 people can lay down inside. So that was another testing situation, but for the average cutting and looking in the dome, I have my IKEA lamp.
All right. Great.
That is amazing. There was actually at the Stars for All conference that happened in June, I saw a number of people taking mixing bowls and spray painting the inside, like large mixing bowls, and just spray painting the inside white and then using them as temporary domes, which I think is so smart. With like a really budget projector, you can use Nest Map or something to, essentially previs your domes on a super small scale. But an IKEA lamp, that is the first one. I think you get that there's an award in there somewhere. I don't know what it is, but you get praise. Lucy, are you going to IKEA tomorrow? Because I know I am.
Yeah.
Awesome. Theresa, a couple more questions, and then we'll let you go because I know it's getting late there on your side. You kind of have some really awesome juxtaposition of pacing between slow scenes and then some fast cutting and some really staccato cutting. Can you talk about the importance of pacing in this film?
Yeah, I think you can notice during the film, the pacing is faster. So like the staccato is at the end when the worms are there. And I would wanted to create like when you're blinking with the eye and you are fast blinking and you don't know quite what you see. So you cannot tell the difference between the spaghetti and the worms. Like that was the main idea. And also to cutting is a higher cutting rate is also used like in action movies and to create some suspension, to create some action, to create more to be more fast. And during the movie, when it's from the classic dining to the disgusting feeling, I would fasten it up a little bit.
It's a good place to go a little faster in my opinion, but I am happily able to be wrong, and proudly so in some points. Let's see, just to go ahead and wrap up, can you tell us more about just the decision to use specific camera angles with the table, and then with the actual noodles? Like, was there a reason we were watching the table and then yet we were inside the noodles, or any decisions around that, or maybe just some inspiration? Can you share with us?
Yeah, the table situation is inspired by the painting of Michelangelo, The Last Supper, when Jesus and his apostles on the last evening sits on a table. Like there are 12 people, but they have space for 24, because you only see them sitting on one side. And that was the inspiration for like this picture. and also to get an orientation and at the table, well, you kind of see the food, what's been using later on the movie. And you also see the interaction between the actors. So I think also important in photo movies is to create some geometry, like to make some scenes, that was my intention, to be very far away, so you can have like the geometric spaces from the room and the table, horizontal and vertical lines aligned to each other. And then you get the really, really, really close ups, like from the skin you see now, or from the fruits. And the fruits was filmed like above there. We put a camera and on a dolly, with some, and we let it roll like over the food table itself, so you get the look of you're flying over the food.
Well, it's really, really well done, Theresa. And really kind of an exciting thing to see as your first Full Dome specific film. Do you have future plans for more filmmaking? Or actually, yeah, before we get to your future plans, let's let I'm sorry, Lucy. Lucy, jump in here with one more question. Jumpy, you became jumpy somehow. My apologies.
Thanks. The music. I really thought the music was effective and quite beautiful, and I love the way it kind of slowly changes mood and carries you along. And I'm curious how the music was developed, whether it came first or whether the visuals came first and the music came after, or how the music was developed.
Yeah. The music make also a friend of mine who studied at a film school, like film music. And it was at first the visuals, and I had a specific idea of what the music would be. And during the filming, he put some microphones near by the table, or did some re-recording with the actors, like some breathing, some like I have to look up a word, I'm sorry. To smack with your mouth and so on. And with his love for electronic music and the recordings of the filming, he created the sound.
Excellent. Well, I really liked it. I thought the two together were just, very effective.
Yeah,
thank you.
There almost felt like a kind of ASMR closeness that really came through well through the sound design. Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, we got a couple more people in here, which is very cool. We're about to wrap up. Is there any questions from the audience? I know, Mallard, you gave us some awesome praise. We appreciate that. But yeah, just any last questions? And yeah, it looks like we'll go ahead and move on to what is next for Theresa. Are you going to be working with Anna on another Full Dome project, or what do you think the future is for your immersive projects?
Well, I'm currently writing my master thesis, and so I'm fully immersed in books and stuff.
Wow. Yeah. Non-digital, right?
Yeah, non-digital. And I don't know, I would like to film some more, and to do more with the close-up scenes, like the fruits and the body parts and that stuff. That would be great, but I don't have any plans.
Gotcha. No,
I'm sorry,
no
that's a
current
disappointing
plans.
answer.
No. I mean, you're doing your master's, so or
Yeah.
you're doing your thesis, so you've got a lot on your plate. And yeah, we want to thank you so much for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule just to come to this. Um, and hope that uh, we can.
You guys, everything. It was a
Okay.
pleasure.
Well, it was absolutely our pleasure to have you here, and thank you so much for sharing your incredible film. We're going to be going ahead and continuing to play it for the rest of the day. So yeah, Lucy and anyone else that is interested, we invite you to come back in your headset and watch it. It seems like the synchronization in between platforms isn't the greatest. So when we watch the films and have these Q&As on the computer, it seems to work the best, but there is nothing that replaces the ultimate immersion of being able to put on a VR headset and also watch it. So definitely worth the time sometime today when you have a chance. Thank you so much, Theresa, for the time, for your energy, for your sharing. And yeah, we wish you the best in your studies and can't wait to see what you do next. Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you too. Thank you. It was lovely to be here.
Well, it was our absolute lucky benefit to have you. We are going to continue with the first day into our first full week, starting tomorrow, which is going to be featuring the film "We Are Guardians" by USC Creative. I'm sorry, NSC Creative. They're over in the UK and directed by the very achieved and like he's got a lot of great films, Max Crow. So come back tomorrow. There is no official watch party tomorrow or on Saturday. So it's just come whenever you want, watch the films. We Are Guardians. Excellent environmental film. And then the day after is Lena Herzog's UNESCO partnership full dome film, Last Whispers, which is all about the extinction of indigenous languages and how to represent that in full dome through silence. So very cool experience, very complicated type experience will get you thinking. So please come back. The next time we'll have an actual in-person Q&A is Sunday morning Pacific time at 10:30 a.m., where we will be joined by Joshua Sam Miller of Sounds of the Ocean, and he's going to be talking about his Sounds of the Ocean short film, more details about his longer experience, which is now also, I think, hitting the festival circuit, and the plans he has for bringing the ocean environmental awareness movement to full dome communities and immersive theaters. So lots of really cool stuff coming up. Check out our whole schedule at metaversesummerseries.com. One more time, huge clap for Theresa. And yes, live long and prosper. Bear Mallet, love that. I'll go ahead and turn the volume back up. And yeah, if you want to continue talking with Theresa, we invite you to the lobby. Thank you, everyone, for coming.